What if I told you that you can spend your marketing budget on yourself and still get leads? Sounds interesting, right? Well, stick around because I'll tell you all about it. Hey guys, so I was going to start this video off by going through all the different types of lead generation methods that you can do as a real estate agent, to build up some suspense. But then I kind of realized that what I'm about to propose works just for about anyone who spends money on marketing materials. So I'll just cut to the chase, but just know that there's much more effective and smarter ways to generate leads, and hell, what I'm about to propose will probably be the slowest way to do it. But what I can guarantee you is that this method will be the most fulfilling way you'll ever get business. So let's take a step back and slow down on buying leads and pouring money into Facebook ads and any other social media outlets. And let's invest that money on ourselves and put it towards your hobbies. Yeah, you heard that correctly. Your hobbies. Maybe there's a boxing class you always wanted to take, or a golfing club you always wanted to join, or even maybe buying some materialistic goods like a bicycle because you always wanted to get in road biking, or maybe get a motorcycle, or even upgrade your car. Something that costs money, but you couldn't justify spending it because you needed that money to budget on your marketing materials. Now, if you couldn't tell what I was implying, which is using these activities or purchases to basically get into a new sphere of influence to prospect new clients and at the same time fulfill your own mental and physical needs. But only if these activities fit your budget. And if it does, then I don't know about you, but that sounds like a good investment to me. To be able to enjoy something that I like doing while sharing common interests with others. Whether you're a car enthusiast, a road cyclist, a Pokemon Go player, there'll always be some type of community focus around whatever you're into, and there'll always be some type of consistent meetup, even with a pandemic. And if you're from Texas like me, then you know that our governor decided to open up all the businesses starting Wednesday. But I still advise that you still practice some social distancing. Nonetheless, hear me out before I lose you with this idea, and think of a hobby that you've once done. I'm sure you can think of at least one person that was once a complete stranger, but you had a brief conversation with them and you found out what they did for a living. Now, if you're able to think of at least one person, that means that they made a good enough impression on you to remember. It's basically like those billboards or bench ads where they say, "See this ad? Well, you just did, and others can too." So if you thought that was witty and made you laugh, then it made an impression on you, and that means that they did their job. That's the same thing with yourself. Whether it's on social media or in person, you need to put yourself out there and make yourself stand out by adding some type of value, but in my opinion, without trying too hard, because no one likes a pushy salesperson. Now, if you're constantly in the same location for whatever activity around the same time, chances are others will be doing the same, and as long as you're social enough, everyone will know you as who you are and what you do for a living, which it would make it a more enjoyable process if they ever use you as a realtor or whatever business you're in, since you'll have common interests, create an authentic bond, and build trust compared to a random person that their family or friends refer them to, or someone they found off Google. Now what I'm implying is a little prehistoric, since I understand we're going through a transition of digital living. But as many people felt from last year's lockdown, the want for physical interaction, the depression it brought to some, and the anxiety it created is all very real. So go out and be social, take advantage of this great job where you can do all the things you enjoy and essentially get paid from people that you meet through all these activities. By the way, don't see this tactic as being manipulative by being fake, by just being friendly to people to hopefully gain their business or referrals. I mean, unless that's how you want to operate, but to each of their own. I'll be honest and say that it is not my priority to convert a random stranger to a client from my hobbies, which kind of contradicts the entire video. But I try to create videos where I can give some business tips that goes along with some self-improvement. Because with everything that I do, I try to get the best return on my investment, not with just money, but with my time and relationship with people. So if I'm able to spend my money wisely in activities that build my character, surround myself with like-minded people, and create friendships, and hopefully help each other out in our own businesses because a bond has been built and trust has been created, then hell yeah, I'd spend my hard-earned money on that any day than paying leads for a corporation. So make sure that you take care of yourself first, be authentic to whoever you meet, and give some type of value to whoever's in front of you. And overall, just put yourself out there. You'll be surprised at the type of attraction that you pull, as in others will be curious and kind of gravitate towards you. And if all this talk about energy and self-help and the laws of attraction isn't persuading you at all, at least for running your own business, you can have a lot of tax write-offs, especially if it's health related. But consult your tax person for that because a few laws have changed. So let's recap. Number 1, go back to the drawing board of all the activities that you do. Number 2, choose the best activity that's good for yourself to grow personally, as well as opportunities to create a bigger sphere of influence. Number 3, rework your entire marketing budget to make sure you can afford it. And number 4 is just being yourself and have fun growing in these activities. I have no doubt at all that if you just put yourself out there, that there'll be someone else that you'll connect with. And if it all pans out, then you'll create new friendships and you'll help each other grow. So that's all I have for today's video. Hopefully everyone is enjoying my mental spin-off on typical real estate topics. I believe as a community as a whole, in whatever we're doing with our lives, that we need to make sure that we're taking care of our mind, body, and soul. Because if we don't, it will affect everyone around us, whether we realize it or not. So take care of yourself, check up on your loved ones, and put in the work, and don't take shortcuts because it'll cost you one way or the other. But that wraps up today's video. I appreciate you taking your time on hearing what I have to say. Other than that, enjoy the rest of your Sunday, be safe, and I'll bother you next week.